Fáilte go dtí teithneal a dónal aniu. Táid an seo aniu le Jim Blackin. Tá sé go le heispan tún go dtéan dá le Willow chur, agus go dtéan maithil sa táin Willow. Agus míne ha sé hen a an rud Dave. We're here today at Teithneal O'Donnell with Jim Blackin, and he's going to explain to us how to set willow and the benefit of willow. So I'll hand you over now to Jim. You're welcome, Jim.
Carmela Margaret. Well, we all know in West Donegal there's a lot of willow growing about. It's been used traditionally for weaving, for thatching. There's 3 native types of willow in Ireland, but there's many more other willows from around the world. A lot of the benefits for me, I'm a beekeeper, and willow actually, the pussy willow and stuff, when it comes out, it's an early source of protein for the bees, which need that to start off the year. Today we're going to show you how to plant the willow. These are willow that we planted at the end of February, and they were bare root, basically a stick that we put in, and that was a bare stick which I'll just show you now. This here is one from my garden which I planted 3 years ago or 2 years ago, and you can see the growth in it. It's massive. Now I let that grow tall, but I'll explain in a while how to actually manage that. What we did is we took the long pieces of willow and we planted them around Chockney Donalds here, and hopefully what we'll get here, we'll get a hedging or a windbreak, a fence, and it can be a living fence, so we can manage that, so it'll keep growing year after year, and we can intertwine it together to actually make a fence, which we keep managing, and we can thicken it. We can also plant the willow in copses, so in like a little small woodland, and within 7 years you should be able to get, depending on how fertile the land is, you should be able to get branches that thick, which you can cut for firewood. Obviously they'll be green as soon as you cut them, so you need to leave them for about 18 months to the season, but you can grow your own firewood, and indeed where I am, I've planted about 300 willow for the future, so that I'll be able to copse that. I'm going to show you how to basically plant a bit of the willow. Willow, as I said, has been used in households for centuries and for a number of uses. Thatching and weaving. The rods used to be split and they could be used for weaving, and they were also used for thatching. It's actually been immortalised in the poem and the song Down by the Sally Gardens. Salach or Salach is the Irish word for Sally, which is willow. So it has been immortalised. These are the tools you basically need. You need a set of secateurs. These are big ones and adjustable. Just basically the thickness of the rods to cut. I have a spade just in case. You can actually dig a wee turf out, put the rod in and stamp it back in. And a hammer. Any hammer will do. A normal hammer, that's a bit big, a sledgehammer, but a lump hammer would be even better. So this rod is, I would imagine, 11 foot tall. I'm 6 foot just about, so about 10, 11 foot. It's really up to you and the depth that you can get down into the soil, how long you'll cut the rods. But on a rod like this, I should be able to make 5 or 6 different plants. And basically what I do is you can see here where I've cut it from my wall, my willow wall. And what I'll do is I'll take about 2 foot of that, and I'll basically make an insertion. I'll make it at an angle, just so that the water runs off that basically. Now I can cut these side bits off, but you can leave some on. And then what we come with too is basically a 1.5 foot rod. To actually prepare the ground, I have a crowbar, and what we can do is I've actually put it in there, and you can test the depth off the land that you're going to plant this in. So really what I do is to just ram down a hole like that, pull it back out and stick the rod in. Now that's gone in quite easily. If the ground is a bit dry, as long as it's not just on rock, you can then come and you can tap this down into the ground. And then if the ground is moist around it, damp, you can just heel it in with your heels. Put a mulch around it, and that'll stop the weeds from fighting with it as it grows. And within a short period of time, as long as the ground's not too dry, that should take. You can water it if the ground's dry and keep it watered, but it will root very quickly. And it's this ability for it to take very quickly which is very useful. And it actually produces a compound. I won't go into the scientific name of it, but it produces a compound which actually allows it to self-root very quickly. And what you can do to make an organic rooting liquid or compound is you can cut bits off the willow and just immerse it in stagnant water or tap water for weeks and weeks, and this compound will actually leach into the water. It'll also allow the bits that you put in to root themselves. So you can use that for other plants that you want to put in for cuttings to help them root themselves. Okay, well, I've quick time planted 3 of these in, and I've put the mulch around them, and this is the last one going in here. This is little copse, and basically this will grow up and I can cut it. You'll see here I've actually sunk in part of the stick with a growing branch, and that's fine because that will actually produce roots in itself. And here you can see I've actually cut 3 of the offshoots off it, and I'll plant them, and again they'll grow up. So what I'll do is I'll just stick that in again with my secateurs. I'll just cut to that height. I'll tap it down to see that I've got a firm tap in. Yep. And then I'll put the mulch around it. And as you can see, we've mulched around all of these. And the idea of that is it'll help the plant take root without weeds around it strangling it, and the sunlight will easily get to it. If you're interested in getting some willow, you can message Chockney Donal, and I'll have a small supply that I'll leave with the centre. And again, this year what we did was we planted 2 lots of willow here, and hopefully next year we'll probably get to 4 foot high willow. So thanks very much for watching, and I hope you got something from that. We've been zoomed over to my property here in the TARDIS, and as you can see, these are the rods that I cut one earlier to show you, and that's about 11 foot tall. Now I left these to grow up high because there's so much else to do around here, but the idea is when your willow grows up to whatever height you want, but after the first year's growth or the second year's growth, what you do is you cut the rod at the bottom, okay, about 3 inches off the bottom, and basically you have this separate rod which you can go and plant elsewhere, or what you can do is you can make a thicket here by replanting it beside that one. Now what will happen with this one that's in the ground, which is rooted, it will actually throw up about 4 or 5 shoots which will grow up, and they'll grow as thick as these, and it's that way that you actually thicken the coppice of a willow. So I didn't do it for the last couple of years because of other things more priority, but now look, I have another 4 or 5 willow trees that I can plant out of this, and that one there will actually throw out another 4 or 5 shoots, which will grow up into the thickness of your arm, or even thicker if you left it for as long. What you can then do is after a number of years you can cut them down and you replant them, or you can let them grow to their thick and coppice them for firewood after you've allowed them to season.